What's up, y'all? This is Robin here from Skincare Tactical. Today we have another rookie mistakes video brought to you by my sister. Shout out to my sister Yvonne. Thank you for being my little guinea pig, and I have consent from her to make fun of her. Anyways, as some of you guys know, I've been trying retinoids, really trying to improve my skin for anti-aging and to get rid of fine lines and wrinkles and tighten up my face and also get rid of acne. So basically, a retinoid is the hardcore version of retinol. So retinol is like the softball version. So I know some of the moisturizers we can buy have retinol in it, and we know they sell like serums and stuff that have retinol, and those are all marketed as anti-aging or anti-acne, and that's all good. But if you want to step it up to the next level, you want to get a prescription from your doctor to try tretinoin. So tretinoin is something that a lot of doctors use. If you see a lot of doctors' faces, they have really beautiful faces. It's probably because they use tretinoin. So tretinoin, aka Retin-A, that's kind of like the common layman's term for tretinoin. I have two different kinds. My doctor prescribed me two of them. I have the tretinoin 0.05 and tretinoin 0.1. So my doctor told me to do the 0.05 on my face, just a small little bead on my face all over, and then just kind of spread it around. Just watch the eyes and then the nose crevices and the mouth. You want to really be careful when you put it on. I know when I first started, I was really scared, so I saw all the horror stories or watched all the horror stories on YouTube, and people really just going through a major a peeling stage. You know, you might go through a major phase. Thankfully, I didn't go through a huge phase. My sister has transitioned, just like me, from Differin, which is Adapalene. Adapalene gel is actually the medical term is Adapalene, but everybody calls it Differin. Anyways, so that's kind of like the lowest or the easiest version of retinoid. You can get this OTC now in the United States, and it's 0.1% Adapalene. You don't need a prescription. So I did some research online, and NIH and PubMed, they do show research studies that 0.1 Adapalene is actually less irritating and less drying for a lot of their clinical studies and their patients compared to the 0.025. So if you want to compare 0.25 tretinoin versus 0.1 Adapalene, studies have shown that you want to go with the Adapalene. That's going to be less irritating, less drying. So I've been telling my colleagues and friends to really go kind of like, in order. So you want to do the Adapalene first without a prescription. Just buy a small one. These are actually pretty expensive. I think it was like 20 bucks for this tiny little tube. So just put a little bit on about once a week. Start out once a week and then go twice a week and then every other day. And once you kind of do that, so you want to graduate every 2 weeks, okay? So after 2 weeks, you want to move up to the next level. So if you're just starting out, do Adapalene 0.1 for 2 weeks, twice a week for 2 weeks, and then 3 times a week for 2 weeks. And after that, you can graduate. You can graduate to tretinoin, tretinoin 0.05, okay? So my sister is kind of copying me and following my footsteps. I will caution you guys, if you guys are trying to have a baby, it will affect the baby, okay, in child development. So if, ladies out there, please be careful when you're using tretinoin or even retinols. Doctors do not recommend it. I'm not a doctor, but they do say they don't recommend it if you were in pregnancy or breastfeeding or trying to get pregnant. It can be damaging to your health and your baby's health. Okay, so my sister has been doing the Adapalene, and she's been following my regimen. She started out with once a week, and then did twice a week, and then now she's like mixing it up with tretinoin, 0.05. And I told her not to do that. You gotta stop doing that, because she said that she's like peeling like crazy. So I think what's happening is that her face is like reacting or responding to like the change in the drug. So you wanna stick with one drug at a time. Don't just mix everything. So once you graduate from Adapalene and switch to tretinoin, then switch to tretinoin 0.05 like my doctor says, and do that again starting with once a week, and then do that for 2 weeks, and then twice a week for 2 weeks, and then every other day, okay? And then hopefully your skin will get tighter, and then less acne, less wrinkles. There's so many great benefits to retinoid. Retinoid basically is vitamin A. You're pretty much giving your face vitamin A. So it's a vitamin, and my doctor did caution saying that, you know, it's super sensitive to UV. So you want to do this during the nighttime. Okay, you want to use this as a nighttime regimen. Nighttime is the best time because your skin really heals the most when you sleep, aka beauty sleep. That's where that came from. So it's true, yeah, it's scientifically proven. So yeah, so for all my folks out there who are trying to get into vitamin A or retinoids, keep an eye out for my Veritas video on vitamin A or retinoids. I'm gonna have a video where really kind of breaking down the scientific studies, and I'll have all the NIH and all that stuff kind of listed so you guys can see my work and the research I'm doing. Okay, so my sister, she said she was peeling like crazy and she had like desert storm and then it was nasty. And then I asked her exactly what she was doing and I figured out what she was doing wrong. So I want y'all to learn from her. So basically, after you put on tretinoin, so before that, you want to wash your face, cleanse your face or whatever at nighttime, and then let it dry completely. Okay, let it dry completely. Okay, and you don't want to put on toner or in essence any of that. It might get all mixed up or it might come out and might not absorb. That's what happens. Okay, so once it's dry completely, let it sit for about 30 minutes at least, and then, you know, get a small little, just a little teardrop, and then and I just do like the sign of the cross, and then just kind of all over, and then I just kind of smash it in. Okay, just watch the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Just be careful of those areas. Like right now I'm kind of like a pro, I guess, an amateur pro, so I don't use any Vaseline or Aquaphor to kind of protect myself, but at the beginning I did. You know, I put a little bit of not Vaseline, but I put Aquaphor just to protect the crevices here and the little lips area. So you don't want to get it anywhere on the sensitive areas, okay? That's a negative, okay? So my sister did all that, but what she failed to do is put on moisturizer. So it is super drying, okay? That is one of the side effects, and you might go through a purging period where you're gonna break out like crazy, like all your pimples are gonna just start coming out at once. I don't know how old all my viewers are, but if you guys are young cats out there, just hold on tight. I'm just kidding, that's messed up. Anyways, yeah, so after you put on the retinoid, let it sit for like 15, 20, 30 minutes, let it completely absorb, and then put on moisturizer, okay? Because your face is gonna dry up, you wanna like prepare your face for that, you know, the dryness that's gonna come, the desert storm. So what I do is I do double moisturizer. So I use a lighter moisturizer. As you guys know, my favorite HG moisturizer right now is the Amore Pacific Essential Fluid Cream. So I put that on first, one little layer, two pumps, and then I'll let that dry for like maybe 10 minutes, and then I'll put on like a heavy one. So the one I'm using is the e.l.f. Hemp Moisturizer. It's super cheap, it's like 12 bucks. The ingredients are clean, and I got it because it's cheap and it has hemp seed oil. That's great for acne. So if you have acne prone skin like me, or you want to do anti-aging, you always want to put on moisturizer, okay? You should be putting it on at nighttime anyways. If you're not putting on moisturizer at night, you're a rook, okay? So don't be like my sister. Don't make rookie mistakes after you put on. Just because you're putting on retinoid doesn't mean like you're abandoning your nighttime setup. Like that's a negative, bro, okay? So if you do that, you're gonna be like my sister. You're gonna start peeling like crazy, and you're gonna call me like, Robin, or you're not gonna call me, but you're gonna message me like, Robin, I'm like, my face is all peeling, I got little white little curly things everywhere, man, it looks scary. Yeah, so you don't wanna go through that. So once you see that your face is damaged, like it's super dry, you wanna go to your triage kit. So for me, whenever I see little cracks or dryness, I put extra serum. So I put extra snail serum and aloe vera. That'll really hydrate my skin, like kind of rejuvenate it. It's like a booster. So I have that in my triage kit. It's always in my fridge, nice and cool. So anytime I feel like the retinoid is really working, is doing its job, then it'll do that, okay? So make sure you guys put on moisturizer. I suggest putting on a double moisturizer. Put like a lighter emulsion and then put on like a heavy one, okay? Just so your body can heal while it's like receiving the the vitamin A. Okay, guys? All right. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks, Yvonne, for being my guinea pig and being on this channel. I am actually looking forward to interviewing her. As some of you guys know, she was in the beauty industry for quite a long time, and I want to have a little campfire talk, a little Q&A session with her someday. So keep your eyes peeled for another interview video with my sister. Peace.